The average American eats 23 pounds of ice cream a year. Okay, that is according to the International Dairy Foods Association. They also claim that it is an $11 billion industry. I'm not surprised. It also happens to be one of the foods that most people do claim to be one of their weak spots. And since summer is coming, well, when I'm recording this, of course, summer's coming. It's going to be one of the staples. And this is also serendipity because I happen to have scheduled a Eat This Not That day today. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know that it's my favorite book to do food comparisons. And when I opened it, I was looking at the supermarket section and it was on ice cream. Okay, so I'm going to break down ice cream. I'm going to give you some insights on ice cream from my standpoint, as well as the ice cream that I like to eat and what you can look at when choosing your own ice cream. Okay, so we're going to get into that. It's going to be a really, really good and little quirky time. Before we get into that, this is Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. And I am Tiffany, a certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're interested in content about, losing fat in a sustainable way that doesn't feel like punishment. Also, make sure you get your Snatch Starter Kit. So basically, it's a little kit I put together from my Snatch Sessions subscription and membership where you get like some workouts, you get a couple of my challenges, you'll get a recipe, you'll just get all kinds of different goodies. So it's completely free. It's in the description, so make sure to get that. Okay, and then last but not least, make sure you like the video and leave me a nice comment. Okay, help a sister out. Okay, the algorithm, it just does what it want to do. Okay, I don't know, I still haven't figured it out, so just help me out. Okay, all right, so I haven't looked at this in depth yet because I'm going to do it with you. So if you haven't been here before, what I do is I use this Eat This Not That book to kind of decipher what to look for in foods, and then I give my own insights about it. So we've done different ones. This book covers restaurants as well as just regular eating and grocery shopping and stuff like that. So it's a really great resource. I do recommend if you are one of those people that struggles with nutrition, it's a really good resource to have because it really does cover a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do ice cream today. What I will say as well is there is an updated version of this. I've had my version forever, so there has been so much change, okay, in the ice cream market. Okay, it is super, super complicated now. There are so many options, and I'm going to get into those a little later. So I think they're going to keep it pretty basic here, but I think they will have some really, really good points about what to look for in your labels and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So as usual, there's the Eat This and Not That side. So we'll start from the top. I'll just go ahead and read off the brands and flavors that they put on the Eat This. So they have Edie's slow churned, rich and creamy yogurt blends. They have Ben and Jerry's Berry Treasure Sorbet. They have all natural Breyers, okay, in the vanilla fudge twirl. They have Breyers all natural creamery style cookies and cream. And then they have Haagen-Dazs low fat sorbet and chocolate. So that is the Eat This side. So they're saying these are the good ones. And I'm going to read why and what they put as the descriptions. Okay, so we'll start at the top here. So the Breyers Creamery Style Cookies and Cream, they're saying is 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, and 16 sugars. And then the other ones, I'm not going to go through every single one of them. They all range between 100 to the 140. Okay, so, and this is for a half cup of serving. I'll go ahead and just interject my old good 2 cents right here and say a half a cup is nowhere near what people are going to eat. Okay, most of us can go crazy with some ice cream. So a half a cup, you got to think about that, is not a lot of ice cream. Okay, and when you go to any ice cream shop, you're definitely not going to get just a half a cup of ice cream. So remember, when you're looking at serving sizes, They try to go as conservative as possible, so you can always count on maybe doubling or even tripling the amount of calories. So even though these are 100 to 140 calories, you know by default, right, that you are going to get more calories unless you're going to use a food scale, which you know I'm a big fan of, and you're actually going to measure how much you're getting. You're not going to know for sure. Okay, so one note they have, so they have these little note inserts here. You're not going to be able to read it from afar, so I'm just going to read this one to you. It says half the saturated fat of dry Edie's and Breyer's mint chocolate chip, and at least 3 fewer grams of fat than their cookies and cream and chocolate chip flavors. So they're talking about the Breyer's all natural. Okay, so they're saying it's better than the bad versions. Okay, so let's see if there's any other good points. So it looks like for most of the descriptions, they're giving the comparison to the same brand. Okay, so for the Haagen-Dazs, the low-fat sorbet, they're saying that it's there more sugar and 40 more calories than Turkey Hill, no sugar added variety. But when it comes to ice cream, we're willing to sacrifice a few calories for the sake of purity. Okay, so now this is going on a little bit of a, what I call a little sidebar of snobbery. Okay, is what I like to call it, because they're basically kind of making an excuse for it by saying that because it's natural is what they're saying, which they're saying a no sugar added or whatever. They're willing to sacrifice the calories for the sake of purity. Okay, now these kind of arguments get on my nerves. Okay, I hate arguments like this because a lot of people, and I've said this in many episodes before, are getting in trouble because they read these labels and things as being healthy, and they're still not losing weight because they are getting too wrapped up in these labels. And I don't mean food labels. They should be getting wrapped up in that label, but they're getting wrapped up in these descriptions on boxes that say, organic or low sugar or whatever. When it comes to fat loss, and I'm going to say it over and over and over again, the main important thing is how many calories is in something. Okay, so personally, I don't think this one has 130 calories. It's no more calories than any of the other ones. So that's fine. You're not sacrificing on the actual calories with this. But the fact that they are making the point that because it's, pure, it's not as sugary, that it's, better. Yes, in the sense of health, maybe. But in the sense of fat loss, it is not. So just wanted to point that out. Let's see if there's anything else interesting before I go to the not that side, because that's the not that side is what people are really eating. Okay, and make sure to stay to the end. I am going to share, my insights on what I think good options are. Okay, let's see. So pretty much, I just think this is just, like I said, just giving you a description of why it's better than the comparison brands version. Okay, and so with that, I'll just go ahead over to the not that side. Okay, so for the not that side, they have the Haagen-Dazs fat-free sorbet mango. Okay, and then on the eat this side, they had the low-fat sorbet chocolate. So that'll be interesting to see. So let's just go ahead and see what they say. They're saying it has mango puree, lemon juice, carrot juice, and pumpkin juice concentrates. Unfortunately, a half cup serving has nearly as much sugar as a can of Coke. Okay, so now this is where we go with this, okay? First of all, let me just say, sugar is not great. You don't want to have like a ton of sugar all the time. It definitely causes problems, and it's not something to be coveted in fitness. Obviously, there's a reason people don't like sugar. One thing I will, and I disagree with this book often, so not often, but enough, okay? I think it makes really great points, but it is a little, like, sometimes I think that it goes a little bit crazy with the, the carb, like they kind of feed on to the anti-carb pile of fitness, which I don't agree with. But this sorbet, this mango one, is 120 calories, and the main one on the other page is 130. Now that's fine. Like I said, that's only 10 calories, not a big deal. But just the fact that they're making such a big point about it, I do understand. So they're saying, you know, this is the lesser of the evil on the sugar side. So if you wanted to look at it that way, what you would say is, okay, they're about the same calories, but at least this one doesn't have as much sugar as the other one. So that's how you would make that argument, but you wouldn't make the argument for fat loss per se. Okay? So I'll just do it that way. I'll just compare it to the stuff we already did. Okay? So then they have Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. Okay? Low-fat frozen yogurt. So let's see why they said not that. I think it's really weird how they picked their ice creams, honestly. So it says skim milk, liquid sugar, corn syrup, and high fructose corn syrup are the top ingredients used to cut back on fat. Okay, so this is one of those arguments that, you know, again, natural ingredients are a little bit more high calorie. A lot of people say that, you know, they make these low fat versions of things using artificial stuff, which is definitely true. We all know, well, I don't know if all of us have, but we all know, you know, the corn syrup argument, and it is not good for you. It has definitely addicted our nation to high processed food. It is addictive, and they have made it that way on purpose. So it is a point to be made. The thing I would say more about this one, and I can just show you, but you probably won't see it, but the Cherry Garcia, it's 170 calories. So you see we're getting a little higher on the calories. And to be honest, this one is the second highest. We're going to go to the next one, okay? Because calories really, let me just say it, like calories is what you really want to pay attention to when it comes to treats, okay? Because it's like you're going to sacrifice on something for treats, okay? If you're having ice cream, cake, or anything else, okay, if you're going to have any guilt at all, which you really shouldn't, if you're going to do it as a treat, just have a treat. But if you are going to look at something, just look at the whole calorie count, because, you know, getting wrapped up in, you know, sugar versus this and that and this and that, it's supposed to be a treat. It's not going, you're going to sacrifice on something. So it may be natural, but, you know, it may be more calories, or it may be processed, but you may save on, you know, I don't know, something else. So just stick with the calories, but we're gonna get through this, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and let them have their time and get their points across, okay? So the Haagen-Dazs, okay, vanilla fudge ice cream. This one is 290 calories, okay, for a half a cup. Now this is what I would say is, I'd say 200 to 300 calories is when we're starting to get into, like, for a half a cup, we're not playing games with them calories. Like, we are getting it popping, okay? And not in a good way. Like, we are really sacrificing on health and our fat loss goals when it comes to that, okay? But they put cream. Cream is always a doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That should be a radar for whether it's savory food or sweet food. If it says cream is the base of it, you can already assume that it's very high fat and very, very high calorie. So cream, chocolate, coconut oil, same thing. That's where a lot of the calories come from. Coconut is amazing, but it's very high in fat and it's high in saturated fat. Okay, cocoa butter. It also has cocoa butter. So it says all these things contribute to this ice cream's high fat content. Miss Doe came to agree with me. All right, okay. We're not going to show our butt today, though. Don't show your butt to the camera. She be like trying to tell people to kiss her butt. I don't think y'all can see her now, but if you can, just ignore her. Yeah, tell them. Say ice cream. Like vanilla like my nose. Okay. Get out of the shot. Okay. So yes, 290 calories. So think about that. It's 3 times the calories of some of these other ones because it has coconut oil, butter, cream, and everything else. So when you're looking at that stuff, you're going to have higher calorie stuff. And then the last one is the Turkey Hill Dutch Chocolate No Sugar Added Ice Cream, which is only 70 calories, which is absolutely great. But I'm sure they're about to have an argument about that whole thing I just talked about the whole, artificial flavor thing. I don't know, because 70 calories is the lowest calories of all these, and it's on the not that page. So, I'm just saying. But let's see what they say. They're using big words, y'all. Okay, they're trying to make me. Okay, polydextrose. These are all like sugar additives. Okay, maltodextrin, sorbitol, mono and diglycerides, and carcinogen. Okay, they're saying it has all that. It says, but a sampling of the impossible to pronounce ingredients on this carton. Yeah, I don't know. I think they put but a sampling. They did say but a sampling of this impossible to pronounce ingredients of this carton. Anyways, I think they're just saying, you can't, those are all big words and that's what is in here and you shouldn't be eating that, is what they're saying. Again, yes, they use these additives. So the main point they're trying to make with all of this is they're making more of a health stance and not a health fat loss stance, okay? And as we know, there is a difference. My cat is being bad. Stop it, girl. She's like hitting the lights and stuff. So she be just, hey, Doe, stop. Anyway, okay? So they're making the point about actual, stuff, health, sugar levels, and things like that. They're not talking about actual fat loss. When it comes to fat loss, you need to be worried about the calories. And ice cream is a treat, like I said, so it shouldn't be something that you should be eating all the time. If you are eating it on a regular basis, you should be eating small portions and you should be fitting it into your daily plan so that you're getting your calories correct, okay? So you just have to be really tricky. Have to be really strategic when it comes to fitting in sweets on a regular basis. And that's always how I train people, is to be able to eat what you want regularly. You just have to account for it. Okay? So those are the points made in the book. Overall, I didn't really love this synopsis, because I think that sometimes people get carried away with, because the thing is, if you're eating ice cream that's not all natural, okay, then it's going to be not all natural. And you see they had a bunch of the all naturals on this side, and they're only making the point about sugar. So just, if you're trying to lose weight, get wrapped up in the calories, okay? But now I'm going to talk about, so this was in 2009. I think this is the edition of this book. So a lot has changed. 2008. So a lot has changed in the ice cream space. So there's all these like boutique places. It's become very serious. As you know, there are brands that just focus on low calories. So Halo Top and Enlighten. So I love both of them, but I don't love the flavors of all of them. But according to this book, okay, this book would say those aren't great, even though they're super low calorie, because they have artificial flavors. Truth of the matter is, if you're going to eat ice cream, you're going to have some sacrifice on that. Now for me, we do eat Halo Top. Personally, I like more flavors in Halo Top. Okay, you can pretty much eat a whole carton of it. It depends on the flavor, but you're going to get like 200 to 400 calories in the whole thing usually. So that is amazing when you consider that in half a cup, okay, of these, you're going to get 100 to 200 calories, okay? So as you know, this is Snatch Chat, so I do everything raw. So my cat, she's part of the deal, but she's kind of tripping today. But anyway, so and then Enlighten, okay, saying that right? I think I am. But so I don't love them as much, but one of the favorites of mine is actually coincidentally the cookie dough. That's what I named dough after. I really like their cookie dough, and I think that's like one of the only flavors I really love. Like I like some of their other ones, but I'm a big Halo Top fan. Otherwise, I'm one of those people that I like to make sure my calories are worth it. So there's a place that's close by to where I live that makes really bomb ice cream. There's nothing low fat about it. There's nothing low calorie about it. It is a lot of calories, but it is delicious. And I just eat like that. Okay, so if I know that I want to have ice cream, I know that I can't go crazy on other stuff for that day, or I might like adjust for the week or whatever, right? So, and I think that's a really healthy way to go about it as well. Okay, so I think that's it for the ice cream. Let me know if you want to know anything else about it. It is summer. It is going to be available, so I thought it would be a good topic to talk about because the thing is these are the things that we love. These are the things we grow up on, and these are things we are not going to really get rid of. So it's like every decision you make is making a decision in the right direction if you switch something. So if you can opt for, so one thing I would say is toppings. So if you go to I don't know, Dairy Queen or something, or anywhere, you just get the ice cream without all the syrup or the sprinkles or whatever, that's a choice, right? So right there, you're getting some satisfaction, but you're eliminating, some of the toppings. Okay. Same thing with nuts. So nuts are very, very, very healthy, but they're also very high in calorie and high in fat. And they're one of those things that I say can get people in trouble because they're not aware that it's so high in calorie. So a lot of times with these sundaes, if you get a sundae, forget about it, girl. You done ate like at least a half a day's worth of calories, maybe even a full day. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep it real. So if you're eating like a whole one of those banana split sundaes and stuff, well, that's the choice. That's a choice that you may want to edit in itself. But like any toppings are going to be crazy, and then nuts, they all go crazy with nuts, and then so you're looking at like 5, 6, 700 calories, okay, on the low end, okay, of like a smaller banana split, because you figure a full banana has probably about 100 calories in it, depending on the size of the banana. Then you got the ice cream, which is going to be like another 400 calories, probably 3 to 4. Okay, and then you're looking at all the toppings, the nuts. Even just an ounce of nuts is 200 calories, just about. So you're looking at like 700-800 calories. Go to Dairy Queen's website right now. Go to Sonic's website right now. All of those places put the calorie count of their ice cream on their websites for the most part. I didn't go and look, but you should be able to find that very easily. Any ice cream place that is a national chain, they have their calories, and you will be surprised just how many calories you're taking in with ice cream. So just know it's a treat, and you should be doing it, sporadically. It's better to buy your own lower fat and lower calorie ice cream for the house so that you can actually measure it and you can eat it appropriately. Okay, so all right, that is officially it. I went longer about ice cream than I ever could imagine. I didn't think it was going to be that long, but it was, and so it is. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me. Definitely comment your favorite flavor of ice cream. Another thing I found out was that vanilla, well, I knew this already, but vanilla is still the very favorite flavor of amongst people. Okay, all the stuff that they've created, most people still will order vanilla. So, which I find to be very interesting. But all right, leave your favorite ice cream flavor in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Go get your free Snatch Starter Kit. And until next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And I will see you soon.